Hey guys, it's Wowus. We're here with Heroes of the Storm, and today we're playing as Artanis. Artanis is my personal highest win rate hero. He's also overall pretty good in terms of the meta right now. Um, has a pretty decent win rate and whatnot. In terms of my build for him, so we're going to start off with amateur opponent. This really increases his ability to push, which we'll see how helpful that is here on this map. And in terms of our team build, it's okay. I'm definitely, me and Misha are basically going to be the ones tanking here today. We got to face a Diva, which will be a pain in the neck, and a Junkrat. I think I played these guys in another match earlier today, that combo of the two of them, and they were pretty good together. So we'll see how that goes. In terms of what you want to do with your Artanis, right? His main combo is his Q and his E. Whether it's throwing your Warp Prism and then jumping back, or jumping and then throwing your Warp Prism. It's a little bit of a tricky combo, but in all honesty, Artanis can be played pretty well, at least at a lower level of play, without utilizing that combo necessarily. His auto attack and his W. Make him pretty powerful all in all, and then his shield keeps him alive pretty well as we get into the game, and especially as we start building up some of our talents. In general, some tips, you want to utilize your W whenever possible, but you want to focus, if you're focused on pushing down a minion lane, you want to try to hit minions that are at full health so that you're really maximizing the damage and not taking out a minion that's already like 3/4 dead. Let's see here. Diva got a good little jump on us there, along with Raynor. The auto attack was just a little too much, and our shield, as you can see, is still a little bit on cooldown for a few seconds. So a pretty decent engagement by them there. And then we're probably going to take the Zagara out too. Oh, real close. Nice escape by him. But you can see they're pushing this lane pretty hard, so we're going to get up there and try to push them back a little bit, because Zagara can't do a whole lot at the moment. And luckily Zagara gives us pretty good vision of the map, so we'll be able to have a pretty good sense of where they are. And you can see Genji there takes out 2 of them, so that's pretty good. Rexar leaves the game, so super awesome start. Here we're going to take Shield Surge. That's super helpful. It adds, it makes your shield much more powerful if you're at low health, which is exactly when you're going to be using your shield. With Sylvanas here, we can pretty quickly take this out, and her push is going to make this pretty helpful here. Grab Alaric here, maybe. Warp Prism him back. And then just pound on him. Oh! He escaped. I'm going to jump on him because they're going to kill me either way. So there, I'm trapped behind the enemy fort. There's 4 of them here. The Alaric's almost dead, but he re-engages. He should have kept running and just healed up, right? Because his 3 other friends definitely would have taken me out, especially the Diva. She can just basically sit on top of me. I don't have an easy escape, and that's really Artanis' biggest issue, is that he doesn't have an escape really. He has a shield that can, he can definitely stay in a fight for longer, but he doesn't have a good way to escape. So just something to be aware of, right? If you jump in and engage, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere. Here we're 3-on-3, 4-on-3 now. We got Misha back here just chilling out. That's just super awesome. We're gonna grab Diva, pull her back there. But Junkrat gets a good little jump on me there, and they're going to take this, I think, unless I can get up there in time and block it. But there's a lot of them. I'm going to grab follow through. And unfortunately, I couldn't quite get the Raynor, but Genji gets in there and follows him up. Follow through does some good damage based after you've done an auto attack. You can see here we're behind just a little bit on experience. Might be able to catch up with that as we push down stuff here. And this fort's about to go down, which will get us pretty close. And then I'm going to head down bottom here and actually try to push this lane back since it's up against this tower, and is going to continue to push. And that should help us a little bit with the experience as well. They take out a Diva up top. So we're both going to hit 8 right around the same time. And you'll see here, Artanis, you want to use his Q if possible when they're still in line like this, the minions, because you can take them out pretty quickly. And Raynor shows up thinking the same thing. He's going to try to stop me from pushing this lane, but we're just going to quickly push it down. I'm going to do a little bit of damage and just sort of ping him back so that he doesn't want to engage too deep.
Perhaps these mercenaries will join us.
It looks like he's going for the vision top. The vision there would be helpful, but I'd rather have the experience from the lane at the moment than the vision. Although it would be helpful to know if I'm about to get ganked. But if I had left them down here with just Raynor, Raynor would have pushed this lane pretty hard. Just short on the Warp Prism. Alaric pushes me backwards. And that's really the combo that they've got going here is Alaric can push you potentially into Junkrat's stuff, and so they can really throw you out of whack if they hit that combo on you. See, you could hit with Alaric, he pushes you into that, and then all of a sudden you're on top of this. And I'm going to try to use my my W there to push this guy and kill him as quickly as possible so that he doesn't push down this tower. And then use your Q to get out of his range when he's going to do that. I'm going to grab Suppression Pulse, which will be helpful in team fights, especially against like a D.Va, against a Raynor. Those auto attack folks won't be able to do much when I Suppression Pulse them. I'm going to try to grab Vision here really quickly. I made a mistake there. I should have hit one of the higher health guys with my W, but I'll get the next one. We'll just get this Vision here as this starts to get ready to pop up.
We have withstood this challenge.
Alright, so the payload's coming up in 25 seconds. We're both at level 11, almost the same level. You see D.Va here is coming in along with Thrall to try to take this Vision, and they're successful in that. They're pushing Raynor back up pretty good, but there's two of them mid here and there's no one else, so they're going to pop up on the other side of this. Let's see what this D.Va has in mind. Just putting out a little bit of damage. I assume that she's going to drop a nuke in the middle of this, right? So as soon as she has the chance, we just want to get her low enough health so that she does that. There you go. And then you see we get stunned. Not a bad play there by them. I'm going to drop my ult because we're going to get killed. Definitely a good combo by the enemy team. They're actually going to wipe, it looks like the whole team. They did a really good job there with that combo. So that's tough to defend against. We're going to have to figure that out as we play. My ultimate maybe was a little bit late, but it wasn't the auto attack damage that was really the problem. It was more their spells. But to have your whole team wiped like that in a matter of seconds is just a good combo by the enemy team. So we're going to have to be more careful about grouping together like that, especially as we get into team fights that are going to matter more and more as the game goes on. Now they've taken almost a full level lead on us as well in terms of XP, which is tough. We lost both top and bottom forts with that push. See if we can push this lane pretty hard and maybe we can get a comeback going here. You can see most of them are top, so this should be pretty easy to push. You can use your Q to hit both towers if you aim it right. Now Raynor's sneaking up behind us, so we need to take out him pretty quickly. Sylvanas gets whacked by Junkrat's ult. And now we're 2-on-1 bottom along with one of their mercenaries. I'm going to take... I'm going to go with triple strike right now. We need the auto attack damage. Trying to get some help down here by pinging, but no real movement from my team as of yet. Gonna heal up because we're gonna need it. We're gonna drop my ult on them. Oh, and we missed. I thought Raynor would turn there. Now, let's see if we can catch him here. He's gonna push us back, of course. So a nice play by them, a nice help or assist there by Junkrat to push me back. But you see Raynor gets killed anyway, thanks to our very mobile Genji. And then we're going to push the lane here as quickly as we can. And hopefully get it up on these towers. And you can see here our team is rotating, so we don't want to be caught with our pants down and out of position here. But they jump on the D.Va now. Again, we're going to look for this combo right here. We want to get out of the way of it. You know, that's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but we don't want it to hit our whole team. And here comes Alaric, so we're going to drop on him. We're going to drop our ult. And this is a tough engage because we're short, Genji's back. We're down 2 folks, so that was really more of an opportunity to not have our team get wiped right before the payload spawns. But we need both Zagara and Rexar to be up to really be able to team fight against this team. We're now down 2 levels on them. It's making a comeback more and more difficult the further we get back, and this team is pretty well organized in terms of their combos. So I don't think they're going to give us any easy kills here. You see here, Sylvanas way too deep. And this is I don't know what Genji was doing there. This is the downside really of any quick match is, you know, you're going to play against folks who, and I don't recall if these guys were teamed up. I think the D.Va and the Junkrat are. I don't know why the Genji is pinging me. Again, we're just going to use the pulse as an escape. Not particularly how I prefer to use my pulse, but at this point, you know, we're gonna get killed pretty easily here because we're down 1 person. So I think it's best to defend here. And why our team is so far up, you guys have to get back. Zagara is going to get killed here. At least we're able to take just a frustrating experience. And I feel like you know, a criticism that I have right now of Heroes of the Storm is this is how almost every single game is going that I've played. I think I've played, of my last 20 games, probably 12 to 13 of them have been just stops, one way or the other. Either you're on a team that's doing so well that it's a joke, or you're on a team that gets stopped so badly that it's not even funny. I'm grabbing Blades of the Templar here. It's helpful, but I don't know that we're going to make it to level 20 to worry about it the way that this is going. And you can see why people are getting frustrated with Heroes of the Storm is just you play game after game like this and it's not fun. The reason I switched to Heroes of the Storm from Dota 2, right, was because the game, Dota 2 to me was very stressful to play. You know, it's a high stress game. It's before this, I played before the whole turbo mode thing came out. But you know, if you were losing, you were losing the entire game and it was no fun. And I didn't find it particularly enjoyable to play. And then you had really, you know, hostile folks that were playing with you, just a very negative environment. And not that that doesn't happen here on Heroes of the Storm, it certainly does. But the game was never before like this. Like, I don't know what this Genji is doing. Like, he went 4-on-1. On that, and now Zagara, like the 2 of them are going to get killed here because neither of them have an escape, or well, I should say Genji has an escape, but he's so low health that I don't know what he's going to be able to do. I'm going to have to drop my ult here and see if I can do anything. And now I got to get out of this nuke, but I'm slowed. And again, the Genji dies. I didn't even see what happened to him. But it's just a frustrating experience in Heroes of the Storm right now when you have this many games. And I've played, I don't know, between last night and today, this is probably my like 7th or 8th match, and I think we've got stomped on every single match that I've played. And I'm playing with heroes that I have high win rates with. I'm playing with heroes that I'm pretty good at. And it's just unbelievable. The team compositions that you get, the teams you get matched up against, a lot of times are just you're completely outmatched by an enemy team, and that's how I feel like almost every game has gone that I've played lately. And so you know, I'm somebody who's really dedicated to the game, is going to continue to play it. But if I wasn't, if I was a new player and this was my experience, I would not continue playing this game. And I know they've made a lot of changes to try to balance things out, but it definitely seems like it's becoming less and less skill-based and more just kind of luck-based, which is a frustrating experience. And I think the same is true of Hearthstone, and I do Hearthstone videos from time to time. You know, it's just, that game has turned into all RNG, and I think this is where Blizzard has gone wrong, and what's going to hurt them in the long run is Blizzard always had games that were a little bit more skill-based, right? And so when you think back to Warcraft or Diablo or the original StarCraft, right, it's all skill. And now the games have turned more into this just sort of like, well, whatever you get is what happens. Good luck. And you get like you allegedly have a 50-50 chance of winning. But you go on these really long win and loss streaks, which are extremely frustrating when you're a player. And I don't know how they do it, and I don't know enough about the matchmaking to really comment on how I get matched into these games, but I know I'm not the only person that's experienced it, and I'm sure many of you have experienced as well. You just get these losing streaks that are absurd, and you just play in match after match after match, and it's tough not to get tilted when you're in matches like this. You just watch somebody playing and you're like, what on earth is going on? At least here, we might be able to take this and swing some momentum back our way. And I'm going to jump on this guy to see if I can maybe take him out while they're pushing this. Because we need as much push as we possibly can right now. We're so far behind. Raynor takes out Zagir, Rexar takes out Raynor. And now they're down to just Junkrat, so we should hopefully be able to push this pretty easily. They're going to go top, Sylvanas is going to take that. Junkrat's up there. I'm going to go with him because we know where everybody is. Go, what are you doing? I don't know why he did that. If you start an engagement like that, if you go up here and you're next to their one player and then you got somebody else coming with you, you got to go with them. Grab the turret here. Just a lot of like plays that are not effective that you're seeing here. And now Sylvanas has run into this other turret, which is fine. But see, like that, you're just going to start and your team has to respond and come with you to it. So we're able to at least catch back up in terms of level. The enemy team definitely is struggling a little bit. We're going to dive on this D.Va because we just need to get something going here. We're very deep into enemy territory. I'm just trying to keep Thrall away from their team fight, but he's going to loop around that way. My hope is that our team can take this while they're sort of focused on me being here. Here we go. And then we're going to jump on him, drop our ult, and then we're going to take out Alaric. I'm going to drop my turret in the middle of this. Hopefully heal up. I'm 16 seconds from my shield being back up. And now I think it might actually be time to go top and push that lane back. I think Rexar and I can take this, and again, these Sentinels are so powerful in this this map, especially as you get into a higher level, that it's almost worth jumping to do them any chance that you get, because typically, unless they 5-man them, he's going to be able to push that top lane a little bit. But yeah, I think the frustration is real with Heroes of the Storm, and I think it's affecting its overall ability to do well right now. You know, and I know they cut team members, and I know the team is doing Ask Me Anythings and things like that to try to bolster confidence, but there's just a lot of stuff that isn't working well right now, and I'm not a game designer, so I don't, you know, have that sense of like, how do you fix the problem, which can be frustrating, but I can tell you what the problem is, and anybody that's played the game and plays it regularly knows it's just a frustrating experience, more than it should be, and more than it was. When I first started playing, this was a really, really fun game, and it was never like this. And now I think the best route is going to be to go back here and grab this payload and try to make a push for it. Maybe we can grab this first too, so we can at least have a turret to go in there with.
We need to recruit those mercenaries.
Entire Macedon. You fought well this day.
And we actually have 2 turrets because Sylvanas still hasn't used his from that that last round. Now they get the Sentinel, which is, you know, fine. I figured they would take that. Let's see if they're up here. They're not on top of this turret, which actually puts us in a really good position to get another turret and have 3 going into this, which could be super important. I'm going to drop this turret right on top of them, and now we're going to drop an ult. And I think I'm pretty dead here, but we're going to sit here and do as much damage as we can. Now Diva was able to get Zagera and I with his ult. Now I don't know where Zagera was. I didn't have a good sense of him. Genji should have been out of here a long time ago. Rexar died because he feigned death in the middle of it. So this is, you know, not ideal at all. I think that pretty much. I don't know that this is going to be GG because I think we have enough health left on this up here that, you know, this will probably push up into the base, but. Yep, Sylvanas can take that back. I think that, you know, they're obviously going to win this because we're all down. They probably will take out a little bit of health on this. So we have basically one more big team fight that we can afford to have, and we're down just 1 level. And so I think that was more of a strategy issue. I think Diva had a really good nuke there. And I knew I was going to die once Artanis, as I mentioned earlier, once Artanis engages in a situation like that, like, you're not going to get out unless you're able to warp prism somebody that's maybe a little bit further away. And all in all, that's actually not terrible here how this goes. And now Thrall gets caught out of position. Oh, and I missed the warp prism. That was my bad. But we were able to actually take the Sentinel from him, and now here's Junkrat, and maybe I can jump on top of him and cause a little bit of damage. I'm going to use my ult just on Diva to get Sylvanas out of there, and then we're going to loop him back, and maybe we can get this Diva dead. And there we go. Now Rainer's out of position, so we're going to jump on him, take him out. So now we push with the Sentinel and see if we can win. We've got 3 of their team down. I think we may be able to do it. I'm able to do a lot of auto attack damage right now, so you know, if they can get going bottom, he's going to knock me down. So I'm actually going to sneak around and go bot. And we just need to get on top of this, and I think we can win. Alaric's coming back up. I'm going to jump through. I think I need to wait. There we go. So actually a pretty good comeback from our team there, but as you can see, it was a pretty frustrating game overall up until the end. We won the right team fight at the end of the match, which really allowed us to win. And I think Junkrat did have a very, very good game. I actually think the other team, for the most part, outplayed us. They just, you know, at the very end there, they got picked off. Thrall was out of position, and that's all it takes to win in this game right now. It's so, you know, the comeback mechanics are such that it's so easy to pick off one player who's maybe out of position and just flip the whole game. And that team, in my opinion, you know, we certainly had some push going on, but that other team basically had the game won. All they needed to do was get one more payload, and had they stuck together, I think they would have done it. And it's really unfortunate for them because I actually think they did very, very well this game overall, and I actually think they should have won this game. So, you know, that's a little bit of an insight in terms of both Artanis and I think some of the frustrations of the game right now. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you do like Here's the Storm, feel free to throw your comments about what you like or maybe don't like about the game, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.